Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 1127. Unnatural Expectations. We always have higher expectations for ourselves than we should. Sometimes you have to just take the time and learn. So, when does a baby first walk? What about talk? Is it a year? It takes a year. Hey, you've been walking around it the whole time. What the heck? Well, it needs to develop its muscles. Same thing for an author. You need to develop your author muscles. Your storytelling muscles are probably just fine, but your author muscles are something completely different. So, despite babbling and jotting, can you write a book? Like I said, different muscle. So you practice. You write, you practice, you write, you practice. You read. Reading helps a lot. It helps a lot. But it's still, writing is a little bit different. So reading helps you innately understand pace and flow, especially if you read one genre. I have to admit that I read probably thousands of science fiction books before I wrote my first one. So needless to say, it was okay. The pace was generally good. The action was separated out, was balanced throughout, and there was a good conclusion to it. Denouement down at the end. It helped resolve the issues and brought it to a close. So, okay. Still, the prose wasn't as smooth as it could have been. I think I'm a smart guy, but no, practice. You need to practice that. Like I said, I've watched a lot of golf on TV, but I can't hit the ball like that. Just watching it, as in reading books, doesn't make you better at it. Watching it and then going out to the range and practicing hitting those balls exactly like they're hitting them, okay. You start to get better. You get better and better. Are you that level? Probably not. I mean, there's very few people in the world who are that better, who are that good at a single thing. Look at Usain Bolt as a sprinter. He said he's practiced for his whole life, like 10 or 12 years, training extremely hard for a combined total of 129 seconds of running over 2 different Olympics. That's it. 129 seconds, 2 minutes? I can sprint for 2 minutes. Well, if you spread it out over 4 years, sure. But can you sprint at that level? Practice and work to get where you put out a book and it's not bad. So have some realistic expectations for yourself and practice. By practice, I mean you're publishing books. So you write them, you do the best you can. Get an editor, get somebody to read it who's neutral and reads your genre, and then put it out there. And then do the next one and the next one, even if it takes years. I wrote my first complete book. I had just turned 53 years old, and finally wrote a complete book. Holy cow, look at that. And it wasn't that good. Geez, you think I'd learned a lot in 53 years? Think I'd learned enough to write a good book? No. Now, by 62, guess what? I can write a pretty good book first go around. But 8-9 million words later, yeah, because it's practiced words. It's reading with a critical eye. It's studying. It's getting better. Now I expect a good book. Well, but I have realistic expectations for myself. I don't expect that this book is going to take over all the bestseller charts because I can't control that. All I can control is writing that good book. So have some natural expectations for yourself and not unnatural. Understand what you're capable of. You're capable of writing a better book. And even if you just wrote a book and said, I did the best I could, yeah, you're still capable of writing a better one next time or in the future because you've just practiced. And if you practice more and practice with a critical eye, I don't mean practice, just write stream of consciousness constantly, because you can write 100 books like that. And guess what? None of them are going to be very good. Practice with a critical eye. And that's what that neutral reader giving you feedback, a neutral group of readers, an editor who's looking at your prose, an editor who's looking at continuity, those things help make you better, because then you're thinking of it as you're writing that next book. So have some better expectations for yourself and give yourself some grace that the book you wrote is the best you could write at that time, but that you're capable of so much more. Peace, fellow humans.